Hey YouTube, what's up? So I want to come through and talk about something that recently happened on YouTube and specifically in the colorism sector of YouTube. Yeah. And I'm sure by now the YouTuber who I'm referring to. All right. So this YouTuber who is very popular in the colorism sphere, obviously, received some backlash because she said I really, this is kind of crazy. But she received backlash because she does not seemingly, fuck with, say, dark-skinned black women who look a certain way, right? And some black women who happen to look that certain way feel some sort of a way, you know? But I do feel like people are going more so by hearsay. That's, I think, an issue that's at play. And as well, I think that some folks just want to misunderstand. Some people, particularly because I think this is mostly women, specifically like brown skin and dark skin black women. And I think some of them just are looking for a reason to beef and a reason not to fuck with her, the YouTuber to begin with. And this, like, hey, this is the perfect reason. Let's, use this reason as a reason to go in on her, right? The reason to go at her, right? And, sometimes I do think that, black women, some black women can kind of come off as if they're looking for things to be upset about at times. Not all, some. If it don't apply, let it fly. But this is something that I have kind of seen play out a while now, though. You know, seemingly sometimes black women tend to be looking for, a disagreement. You know, and of course that doesn't really help the stereotype of black women being angry, and um, confrontational, and looking for a fight, all that bullshit. You know, ultimately, it really doesn't help to increase desirability because usually people don't really want to, you know, gravitate towards that. Usually people gravitate towards things that are positive, not negative. But then again, you know, some people do gravitate towards negativity, but I think this case is a little different though. All right. So basically, some black women taking some issues with this YouTuber because they feeling like she don't fuck with, dark skinned black women who aren't exceptional. Even though the YouTuber herself has said that she considers herself to be average, right? Um, but some dark skinned black women are feeling some sort of a way because they're like, I don't know if this YouTuber, this person really fuck with me, so I don't know if I should support, right? you know, right? But let it be one of these dudes like, Derek Jackson or Tariq Nasheed, you know, or heck, Dr. Umar even. They'll be lining up. Let me donate to your PayPal, your GoFundMe, your Patreon, Black King, Black King. Yes, yes, yes. I will finance my Black King without a question asked, baby. Black King, I won't give you anything. Just ask me. Forget about my kids. Forget about them. Fuck the rent being paid. Black King got to get paid today. I, you know. But when it comes to their fellow sister, the black queens, then it's like, like what this bitch want. Like, I don't know if I can support this, right? Um, But long story short, I don't think that it's true that this YouTuber doesn't, quote unquote, fuck with dark skinned women who aren't exceptional, right? Um, and as well, there's a variety of different, promotion, images of dark skinned black women on this YouTuber's platform, right? But some people feel some type of a way, and perhaps they are coming from a genuine place, perhaps they are not. I'm not sure. Um, and also another argument I've seen come up is like, black women with certain features, like keen features versus Bantu features, as well as certain hair textures. And I do think this is going to end up becoming an issue later down the road for brown skinned and dark skinned black women, because there are brown skinned and dark skinned black women who do have keen features and do have looser textured hair, and as well as maybe even like a quote unquote exotic eye color, right? And I do feel like this will become an issue later down the road when if and when black dark skinned black women do become like very exclusive, then this will be something that will end up becoming an issue, right? Whereas going to be like, oh well, it seems like these black women with keen features, loosely textured hair, and exotic eye colors are getting more shine than say the sisters with the Bantu features, the 4C textured hair, and the brown eyes, right? And again, I think that's something that brown skin and dark skinned women should be aware of. Wherever you fall in that category, right? Because it's basically going to be like it's going to probably turn into like quote unquote the exoticals, the exotical brown skin, dark skin sisters versus the I don't know what to say for the non-exotical brown skin, dark skin sisters. All right. um, Another issue is like people, these women don't feel like this YouTuber really, fucks with like, black women who are like plus size, full figure, heavy set, whatever we calling it, right? And I do feel like that is kind of like more so a valid complaint and a valid concern. And some people may even feel like this YouTuber may be, low-key fat phobic. Maybe. Maybe, I think because this YouTuber's been accused of being, oh, she don't like the light-skinned mixed biracial women. Oh, she hate black men. Oh, she want us all to be swirlers. A whole bunch of things, right? But I really think like the fat phobia thing, I think that might be something that could be at play. Low key. And if you are, a plus size, full figure, heavy set black woman, especially a dark skinned black woman, then I do think that that could be that is a valid concern. Like, hey, I'm not sure if I can support this platform because I don't feel like this platform really is, for me. It really comes off as if you are, against me, like, that you would dismiss me, like straight off the bat, like, um, straight off site. And it's like, okay, should I really, give my support and, whether it's, viewership or financial to support a platform, that could be possibly fat phobic, right? And, I think that's a valid concern. And, um, I believe she had responded to it as far as like her platform and what she promotes. I think she says she doesn't promote obesity, right? And of course, you don't want to promote images that are not healthy. But I do think that when it comes to what people view as exceptional or even average, I think that when it comes to plus size women, they are less likely to be included in that category, in those categories, right? I think they're probably more likely to be included in the mediocre or below average category. You know, not to say that you can't be exceptional and plus size, just like you can be mediocre and skinny. You know, but it's, kind of like the beauty standard though, right? And then that was another thing, like the beauty standard is like, well, it seems like for people, they're like, okay, are we going by the European beauty standard, which, I think could possibly be at play. But then again, black people do kind of go by somewhat of a European beauty standard. You know, black people kind of put their own spin on it a little bit, but it's very much European influence, right? And this YouTuber's, part of her goal and her mission with her platform, right, is to, promote uh, darker skinned black women in a very positive light. So when you want to do something like that, of course, you're going to be pushing, women that are considered your best to the forefront, just like, any other group of people, right? Um, and I feel like when it comes to promotion, I feel like when it comes to darker skinned black women, in the media, you're probably more likely to find, the plus size black woman in the media who's darker skinned, and the mediocre black women in the media. Like the media push forward a, Leslie Jones or a Gabourey Sidibe or a Whoopi Goldberg. They'll push them forward, or Cheryl Underwood, right? They'll push them forward before they would push forward a, Tika Sumpter or a Marla Negra or a Kelly Rowland. You know, that's something to peep too, right? And it seems like when it comes to other groups of people, it seems to be the opposite. It seems like they're pushing forward the exceptional, the exceptional folks for their groups, right? Because, when it comes to, say, the mixed biracial women, it seems like their exceptionals are being pushed forward to the forefront and their non-exceptionals are being pushed to the back, right? Like Hazel Lee, you don't really see much about her, right? Or Tiny, right? You don't really see much about her either, right? Um, heck, Laura Govan, right? But you'll probably definitely see like a Beyonce, a Rihanna, a Zendaya, right? They'll definitely push them forward and even give them uh, covers, let them be cover girls for like magazines like, Cosmopolitan magazine, right? And, again, when Cosmopolitan wants to go, diverse, right? And, pretend like they are super diverse and inclusive and all that good stuff, right? When they're going for black women, they're going for black women who they feel are probably a bit more reminiscent of them, who are kind of like reminiscent of them so that white women can relate to them, but at the same time not feel threatened by them, because like, oh, it's Beyonce. Plus, sometimes they want to maybe even live vicariously through like a Beyonce or a Rihanna, you know. Like I know Rihanna, she gets a lot of accolades for her fashion choices from like mainstream fashion magazines, right? And Beyonce, of course, tons of women um, support her music, as does Rihanna too. But especially Beyonce, though, right? And that's why they were partially upset when Beyonce had did that Lemonade album and had went all black, the black woman on them, and it was like, wait a minute now, we want to live vicariously through you, and we can't do that with you being all blackity black. So, to punish you, we are going to snub you at the Grammys, and let this be a lesson to you, Beyonce. All right, next time we're gonna cancel your career. All right, don't do that blackity black woman stuff no more. All right. Um, but again, the media tends to promote the exceptional, right? That's just what the media does. And also, just FYI to you folks out there, Like, don't be fooled by the hair, the makeup, and the cosmetic procedures. You know, I think a lot of people are getting fooled by that, because a lot of times when you take off the hair and makeup of a lot of these women, they ain't so damn exceptional anymore. Especially, heck, even on YouTube with some of these beauty gurus. Have you ever seen some of these beauty gurus without their hair and makeup? Right, they go from looking like beauty gurus to beauty doo-doos, all right? All right, so don't be fooled by that either. And when it comes to the media, it very well uses the power of suggestion. That's something that I think people miss and that goes over people's heads. The media very much takes advantage of the power of suggestion, right? That's because pretty much they're presenting an image to you, right? And it's kind of suggesting something, right? Like, oh, they're presenting this as being attractive, right? As being desirable, right? Just like when it comes to black women and who they like, right? The black media tends to promote a certain black men to black women typically, right? And I think that plays into how a lot of black women be acting, right? Um, so that's why you got these black women out here that are cuckoo for cocoa puffs, right? Shit, you know, um, coming through with they Black King songs, right? They chocolate Black King songs. Mm-mm. This ain't gonna be no Black King song today. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna sing about how chocolatey my Black King is. Mm-mm. Not today, not today. I ain't gonna sing about how my Black King fulfills me in every single way. No, no. This ain't gonna be no Black King song today. Mm-mm. But I'm gonna rap about my Black King. I tap my foot for my Black King. I do all and everything in between for my Black King. But I told you, this ain't gonna be no Black King song today. But tomorrow's gonna be another day. But for today, ain't gonna be no Black King song today. But tomorrow's gonna be though. So that's why they acting on like that, doing all that bullshit. And also that's why you got these black men, especially like these dark skinned, brown skinned black men, that's what the media got them, cuckoo for red bones. Got them singing some damn red bone songs. I want a red bone with some really good hair. I want a red bone with some really good hair. I want a red bone. Who gonna stay up all night long? I want a red bone. I want a red bone. I'm cuckoo for red bones. Extra thick, baby. That's what's up. I don't care if her face looks like a monster truck. Just make sure she red bone. Bone, 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 bone. Red bone, 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 bone. I want a red bone. She got me singing this song, baby. So that's why they acting the way they act. All right. So all that being said, this is why the medias are very careful about what they promote. Notice that, right? For example, just recently, this whole 007 movie thing, right? Why do you think that they went with the casting that they went with, right? Why didn't they just go with Idris Elba, right? Because that seemed who the people was really pushing for, right? But like I said, the power of suggestion, right? So, first of all, don't want to really put a really positive image of a black man out there, being like the hero, being well dressed, saving the day, right? Getting the woman too, and the woman's gonna be looking good. So when it comes to swirling and black men, they make sure not to have the black men swirling with white women who look good. If you feel me, they make sure like if they gonna have some swirling, they gonna make sure the white woman looks a certain way. You feel me? You know, they ain't gonna be too quick to be having like Scarlett Johansson up in there, swirling with Idris Elba, right? Or like Mila Kunis, right? Oh, but they'll find like a Kirstie Alley white woman, right? Shit. They'll find a Melissa McCarthy white woman, right? A Lena Dunham white woman. They'll find them find those women for them, for the black men when it comes to swirling, right? So again, and also, this dude would, Idris would have been inheriting 007's number. Then it would have been like, comparisons between 007, the current 007 to Idris Elba. And then, they ain't trying to set themselves up to be, receiving the short end of the comparison as well. All right. Let's be real. And as well, they ain't gonna let a black man, especially a desirable black man, get that type of role. Shit, they ain't trying to have Becky, Sarah, Katie, and Amy singing Black Chocolate Mandingo Kane songs. Shit. They ain't gonna have Becky singing. Shit. Like, could you imagine Becky, Sarah, and Katie and Amy singing, like Black King, oh Black King, you drive me crazy, Black King, I just can't sleep. Oh, I'm so excited about your BBC. It drives me crazy, but it feels so right. Thinking of Mandingo got me up all night. They, Billy, Ted, Brad, they ain't trying to hear that. Shit. They're gonna turn around and be like, Becky, what the hell are you saying? What the fuck is that shit? You better not, I better not hear you singing about no goddamn fucking black nigger jigaboo shit. Goddamn. We raised you right, Becky. That white is right. God damn it. So I better not, you better not bring me home no half jigaboo kids either. I don't want no half jigaboo grandkids running around here. Goddamn, I want some white is right grandkids running around here. Alright? And you better not go and have a kid with a Mexican either, Becky. You better not have a damn kid with a fucking Mexican, or you're fucking out of this planet, out of this damn family, Becky. We taught you better than that. White is right. Alright? And another thing about that goddamn Little Mermaid casting. What the fuck was that shit about? They got a goddamn jigaboo female playing a damn beautiful, white, red-headed, white as right mermaid. How the hell did that happen? I tell you. Times like this, I thank God for my Lord and Savior, Donald Trump. He's going to put an end to all this bullshit. Alright, you just wait. God damn it. And I ain't hating the being racist, god damn it. I'm just saying. I don't want to see this shit no more. God damn it, don't be corrupting my daughter. Alright. Telling her to goddamn, fucking, you know, have a kid with a fucking Mexican, a fucking black. Shit. Not on my watch. Shit. So they ain't trying to really have, Billy, Ted, Ned, and all them. They ain't really trying to have, Becky, Sarah, Katie singing no damn Black Mandingo King songs. Shit. All right. They ain't trying to have her, trying to live out her Black King Chocolate Mandingo fantasies, because, she'll wait till they, this how it's going to go. She going to wait till, her husband's at work. He's probably had to work late. Wait till the kids are at school. They staying after school for tutoring and for extracurricular activities. And then, she happens to open the door, when the door rings, and it happens to be the UPS man or perhaps the FedEx man. And, Becky, she saw this new 007 movie with Idris Elba in it, and she's been like, oh, Now she got a hankering for some nigga dick, all right? She want to see what the BBC do, all right? So they know that that's what Becky gonna do, right? And they know they can't really stop it because, they at work. And, don't get it twisted. It goes the other way around too, though, all right? Just like they don't want, Becky singing no Chocolate Mandingo Kang songs, They don't want to see Brad, Billy, and Ted singing, my Black Chocolate Shea Butter Goddess songs. They don't want to hear that shit either. Like, they're like, what? Black Chocolate Shea Butter Goddess? Who is that? That's why they was acting the way they was acting, toward Beyonce when she sung at the Country Music Awards. They're like, you better get this big booty black woman out of here. Shit. And white men like to be smothered. So, Beyonce got enough booty to smother these, fulfill their smothering fantasies, by the way. And that's what I heard Johnny Blaze said, white guys are into being smothered by, like, ass, So, yeah, they ain't gonna have Billy, Ted, and Ned and, Brad singing, my Black Shea Butter Chocolate Goddess. I'll run through 1,001 cornfields to get to your chocolatey hills. I'll climb the highest mountain in Appalachia to bask in your chocolate glory. Black Shea Butter Chocolate Goddess. I love how your hair defies gravity. I love how your chocolate skin tone really looks to me. My Black Shea Butter Chocolate Goddess. And they ain't having that. Becky, Amy, Katie, they ain't having that. So, with all that being said, the media is very powerful, okay? Very powerful, all right? So they know how powerful it is, so they make sure they use it in a certain way, right? And before I go, I do want to speak on a little bit more about black women. Jumping back to the previous topic, I do think that some black women tend to have almost like a love affair with mediocrity. It's almost like some black women really push for mediocrity or push for mediocrity to be accepted. And even to be accepted as, being exceptional or even average or exceptional. Right? And I do think that some black women don't want to put in the work. Some, not all, but some, a vocal minority don't want to put in the work to be the best versions of themselves that they can be, right? I feel like some want to rest on mediocrity and be perceived as the top prize, right? And if they're not, then it turns into somewhat of a shaming game at this point, right? And I mentioned this partially, but importantly, because this does have a trickle down effect, by the way, right? Because this creates mediocrity in black men, some low key, right? Then we got mediocre people having children, raising them to be mediocre. It turns into like a weird cycle, you know, that starts to trickle down and affect like a lot of things. All right. And, I think this is part of the reason why many black women, partially why many black women do prefer dating black men, because of black men having somewhat lower standards and willing to accept them in their mediocrity. They are the most likely to accept it, be real, right? And, many black men will accept them as is, you know, and this does end up fostering an environment, an atmosphere, and perhaps even a culture of like mediocrity and non-competitiveness, right? And one more thing, this is just a sidebar to like the women in general, but dark-skinned black women are included, but I think this can go for all women in general, really, though. Like women, all right, don't trust women when it comes to gauging and rating your beauty and attractiveness when you're trying to be beautiful and attractive to men. Because some women, I feel like, kind of be lying to other women, like, oh, you look beautiful. You know, sometimes I kind of see that. I'm like, am I the only one picking up on that? Kind of like some women will kind of low key, kind of like, I don't know if they do it on purpose. Some of them probably do. Some of them, I think they're trying to be nice, you know. But yeah, I feel like sometimes they ain't being completely truthful, right? Like, oh, you ain't got to lose a pound, girl. You are beautiful as you are, right? And sometimes you may need to lose a pound, a couple of pounds. Sometimes you may need to gain a couple of pounds, to be real. Sometimes it can go that way too. But I said all I got to say. So what you got to say? Let me know in the comment section. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.